Hey everybody, just jumping on real quick because I was doing a project and I've been working on it for days. I went through YouTube and tried all the tricks and hacks from YouTube, and it's been taking me days. And I finally figured out a solution. So I just wanted to, and this is an impromptu, didn't know if this would help anybody else. So I'm trying to finish up that piece, and I made the mistake. Look at felt drawers. Hey Cynthia. So this piece has felt drawers on the inside, and I picked at one little corner and made the mistake of, since I picked at one little corner, that meant I had to remove all the felt. So I'm gonna turn you down here real quick so you can see what I'm working on. I'm using chemicals, but I found a trick that makes it so easy. Look at how nasty this is. So I went on YouTube, and YouTube said soak it with water and it'll come right up. Hell no, I tried that. And so I finally, after trying a lot of different solutions, I figured out what would work. Hey Dana, hey Leffa. I'm trying to remove the felt from this drawer, and I found something that made it so quick and easy. It took me 2 full nights just to do 2 drawers. I figured out how to get it done. Hey Tracy. Okay, so this is what, I've already got that one soaking. So this is what I've been doing is I'm soaking my felt, spraying it with water so it turns dark. That way I know it's saturated. And YouTube says, you know, the water is enough. Once you soak it with the water, the glue will release. Oh, it did not. I end up with sticky fingers, and I've used so much of this water. I should have refilled it up. So this is the trick. You just soak it with some water. It's gonna turn dark. Make sure that water gets soaked into there, but that's not enough. YouTube said it was. They must have had some pretty easy felt to remove, because mine would not come up. So I got water on it. But this is just, in case you guys ever come across a piece. Hey June, hey Diane. If you ever come across a piece that has nasty felt inside and you pass it up because it's gonna be a headache to get rid of the felt, I just figured it out today how easy it is. I put the goof off on it. So hold on. I don't want to touch this chemicals on my white sweatshirt. Oh, well. Okay, so I sprayed with water so that my felt is saturated, so that it allows the goof off to stick in here. Now I'm going to spray all my felt. And you guys, seriously, I've been picking at this felt for 2 days. I did this, and I had one whole side off in 15 minutes. Now you don't want to get this on your paint because it's got an oil solvent in it, so it will stain your paint. And I will have to clean it with mineral spirits when I'm done. Yes, it's a mess to remove, and I should be wearing a mask while I'm doing this, but I can't talk with the mask on. You've done that? Well, I did the water, and the goof off just worked out great. So I'm gonna let this sit for a minute. I need to get a razor blade so I can remove that one. It's off, but I need a razor blade. So I gotta find one of those. And I'm gonna film a YouTube video on this as well, because like I said, I tried all the solutions on YouTube. I'm gonna turn this so you can see it, because that one's already been soaking. I've tried everything from YouTube, and mine didn't work. This has been soaking in goof off, and look at this. The goof off totally separates it. Once again, I gotta get a blade. Totally separates it. It just melts the felt right off of it. I did 2 drawers in the matter of 15 minutes, and I still have some residue on there. I'll take more goof off, and I'll let it soak on there. And if I need to, I'll take a putty knife, and it just slides off. All that. And then I'll take mineral spirits to it to clean it off. But I've got to put some more goof off on these. But I had to share this with you. Has anybody ever done this before? Hey, Kathy. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Shonda. Cynthia looks cool. Yeah, I don't want to get that in my paint. I made the mistake of, I just picked at a little corner because I was bored, and I was waiting for something to dry, and I picked on a little snag, and then I ended up tearing it, and then I was like, oh my God, now what am I going to do? I'm like, okay, I'll go on YouTube, figure out how to remove this, and then it said soak it in water. So I soaked it in water, and I'm just getting little scrapings off. I'm waiting for this to soak in a little bit. But it says soak in water, so then I soaked it in water, and it took forever. And let's see if this is soaked in enough. I mean, it took me 2 nights of sitting out here just to do the 2 sides. I can tell it feels dry, so I need to soak it a little bit more right there. But you can use your spatula to work it in. But you will have to use mineral spirits because this will, it's an oil, so if you want to paint your drawers, it might bleed through. Okay, let's see if I can work this out. I have a cardboard box next to me. But it just, look at that. It just totally removes the felt. Look at how quick, and I just sprayed that. And now if I would let this sit on here for like half hour, it would come up in one big giant sheet without this residue left behind. But so now that I got this residue right here, I'll just spray some more goof off. And then I'll take my spatula, or I can take my glove, just massage it where all that felt's there, and I'll take a putty knife to it in a minute. Dana, I've not done it before, but I bet LA's awesome cleaner from Dollar Tree would work. Used to get it. I bet you it would work. I just happen to have this around because so many of my pieces, especially get them at the Goodwill, I gotta find a corner. My gloves, I can't get in here to get the corner. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Boom. Felt is up. I don't know if did I saturate this side or not? Yeah, I did. But I buy that stuff because people put stickers inside drawers all the time. But I do know that it does bleed through your paint if you don't remove the residue with a mineral spirits. Seal wool would help the residue too. Yeah. Well, I mean this goof off. Look at that. All that felt is. I mean, this takes a few minutes of it sitting on there, and the felt is off. Look at that. Now, like I said, I do need to take a razor and get in these corners right here because it's in the groove. It's like one continuous sheet around the corner. I'll put some more Gooby Gone, or it's called Goof Off. I'm sure there's lots of other options, but seriously. I spent 2 nights trying to do the darn water technique that YouTube says to do, and I was just about ready to chalk the whole thing up as forget it. And I just used the goof off, and boom, this felt, I mean, is coming off in solid sheets. I got to get something sharp in here so I can get this corner. I don't want to be touching these tools with the chemicals in my hands, but I got to find a corner so I can pull it loose. There we go. I loosened up a corner here. I'm just so excited about how, look at this. I'll get you on camera. Look at it, full sheet. Like I said, I need to find a blade around here so that I can cut it. But I was so excited, and I had the chemicals on it, so I just wanted to come live just to show you guys. This is a full sheet. All I have to do is cut it now. But this nasty thing is, look at how easy it was to remove all that felt. I still have some little areas that need to be touched up and pulled out. You do need to wear gloves. I have a little jug of that. I never thought of using it for that. Good idea. Me too. I mean, I seriously made the mistake of picking at that corner, and then I thought, this is the piece that I just did on Friday. Let me take my gloves off now that I've got it that far. This is the piece that I was working on Friday. And she's done, but then I turned around and messed with it by picking at the felt. And I seriously thought I was gonna have to chuck the project. So I was sitting there thinking, I'm not gonna spend, 20-something hours picking at this stuff. The money wouldn't be worth it. I would just donate this to the Goodwill if I couldn't get the felt out. And he wasn't, I mean, seriously, I don't know how many times I have passed up on a piece because the felt on the inside was nasty. And I just didn't want to tackle removing felt. But, I mean, I just had, and it's for automotive. It says automotive power gel. I use this, and seriously, you saw how I sprayed it on, and I only had it on for a couple minutes, and it just totally took the felt right out. But I found the trick is that, what in the world? Was the silverware? Yeah, it's just, one drawer had it. It's a silverware drawer because this is a buffet. But I was ready to give up. But the trick is mist it with water first so that the felt is wet already. And then put the goof off, spray the goof off on, and you're wearing gloves. Just rub it in so you make sure it's soaking through the felt. And it just eats away the glue and it just comes right out. You would have taken it? Well, with the drawer like that, no, I wasn't going to sell it because I don't want my name on it if I couldn't get this drawer back to good condition. So now I can sell the piece. But yeah, if I couldn't get this felt out, I would have donated it because there's no way that I would sell it and have my name on it and have a nasty felt flaw on the inside. But goof off is great. I know. And just remember though, this will bleed through your paint. So like if you have stickers on the front of your piece and you use this to get it off and then you decide to paint over it, this will bleed through your paint. So you need to use mineral spirits, then you need to use water, and then use the Boss over it to lock any of those stains from seeping through your paint. Do you even try the hot water and let it soak? Yes, I did that. That's what I got off the internet. I was watching YouTube and I was like, they made it look easy that it was just gonna pull right out. So I saturated it with water, and I tested it on 2 sections first, saturated it with water, let it sit. I let it sit for a long time, longer than I probably would have want water sitting on the wood. But it stayed wet and then it peeled back, but only the top layer of felt peeled back and it left a bunch of fur behind it. And then I had to sit there and pick and scratch at it. You gotta Boss it, yes. So if you're going to be using this, I found, because I did an antique vanity and it had children's stickers all over it. And so I was trying to scrape them off and I couldn't get them off. So I used this, that's what I bought this for. And I've used it on a lot of drawers and stuff since then. But then I painted the piece and then I saw little oil marks coming through everywhere I had a sticker. So this stuff will bleed through your paint. So clean it with mineral spirits, wipe it down with water after the mineral spirits, seal it with at least 2 coats of the Boss because it's the same thing as a stain. So when this is on your furniture, it's the same thing as a stain. And if you don't block it or put a barrier there, that's gonna seep through your paint. And the Boss, that's what the Boss is for. It's for bleed throughs and stains. So if you have oil rings and that kind of stuff, that's what the Boss is for. The Boss will keep this from bleeding back through your paint. But I'm doing a huge buffet with a silverware drawer, but thank God the old felt was just a cardboard piece. I wish this one was, because seriously, I was fed up. And then I just decided I'm just gonna take the risk because if it doesn't work, I'm gonna donate the piece. Even though it's beautiful, if I couldn't get the felt fixed, I was just gonna donate it. And so I decided to take a risk and try this goof off. And this goof off, water would not eat the glue that was holding this felt down. Soaking the felt with the goof off, I just put it on a mist setting, had it on mist, and then I rub it with my glove. You guys saw me, if you weren't here at the beginning, I showed one section. Sprayed this on the felt, and then it just pulls off in a sheet. It is a lifesaver. But I just want to jump on real quick and share this with you guys. I have a question, totally off topic. When using hemp oil, do you have to seal the piece? If so, okay, hemp oil is a sealer for your piece. You don't use, hemp oil needs to be right on top of paint or right on top of raw wood. You wouldn't seal your piece first and then use hemp oil because hemp oil wouldn't have anything to absorb into. And once you put hemp oil on, you don't need to seal it. That's double duty, and hemp oil is oil-based. So you're just opening yourself up to potential problems if you turn around and put a sealer on top of hemp oil, because hemp oil is water-based and it takes the 21 days to cure. So if you're gonna use hemp oil, just use hemp oil, and you don't have to worry about it because once hemp oil is cured, the fumes of this, I can taste it. Sorry, you should have a mask on when you're using this. But if you are using hemp oil, it is water resistant after 21 days. So you're good to go after 21 days. It's sealed and good to go. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Linda. Let me see if I missed any questions. Hey, Hilda. You saw your Boss YouTube video? Yeah, that's what that piece back there. Yeah, it saved me on that one as well. Hey, Holly. Okay, I'm just seeing if I missed any questions. Rubbing alcohol dissolve the glue on yours. I didn't try that, but thanks for adding that, Alicia. I hadn't tried it. I did the water trick. It didn't work. And there's just, this felt is way too thick. There was way too much glue on it. And this goof off is what I jumped to, and it just worked like a breeze. I couldn't believe it. Hey, Karen from Australia. We're going to be selling stuff over in the UK and Australia soon. Rubbing alcohol dissolve the glue. Okay, I got that one. So I just wanted to jump on here real quick, and I'm prepping my piece for tomorrow night. I have so much furniture that's finished in this garage that has to be delivered to one of the stores or is going to get repainted pretty soon. So tomorrow night, if it arrives soon enough, I'm going to be doing a painting technique that's kind of cool. It's layers, but you don't need to know how to blend. It's not the layers that everybody else has been doing. I'm doing the solid with the jagged edges, several layers bleeding down to a bottom. And I'm doing that. And then on my later live, I'm going to be finishing that piece. And then I'm also going to be showing the new gel stains. They're supposed to arrive in the mail tomorrow. Dixie Belle is coming out with new gel stains. They have their usual, the espresso, the walnut, and the cherry, but now they've added I think one is called lime wash, maybe. And then there's a gray, and then there's a black. So I'm going to demo them tomorrow night at 10:30, and then I'm going to finish my piece that I'm working on that I'll be starting at 8 o'clock on Dixie Belle's page. But so tomorrow on Dixie Belle's page, I'm going to be doing, I haven't decided what colors yet, but I'm going to do a three-color jagged edge blend, and you don't have to know how to blend to do it. And I'm going to be doing that tomorrow at 8 o'clock, and I'm going to carry that over into my 10:30 live, finishing that piece up, but then I'm also going to demonstrate and show you the new colors of gel stain and some of the new products that they're sending me. And Dixie Belle is now carrying my HDX pads. You know, I always tell you, you can only get them at Home Depot. They're the only ones who carry them. Well, Dixie Belle got a hold of them, and now Dixie Belle is selling those HDX pads as well. But they're not called HDX pads. They're going to be called Dixie Belle pads, but they're the same thing. And okay, now I'm way behind on my questions. So let me get to the beginning. Or to the end. Hey, Monique. Monique, do you do two coats of hemp oil? No. Okay, I did contact Dixie Belle, and they are changing their label, their instructions, because I saw on their instructions it says 2 to 4 coats. No. You only need 1 coat of hemp oil. Hey, Rachel. When you're doing hemp oil, you put on your 1 coat, because with hemp oil, if you think about it, when you're putting on hemp oil, your paint and your raw wood takes what it needs, and anything it doesn't need, it expels it out. That's why you always have to come back and wipe it back with a clean cloth that, after you apply it, and then probably later on that night, and then you'll wipe it again the next day, and then you're good to go. But the paint will expel what it doesn't need. Well, it's already expelled what it doesn't need. There wouldn't be a need to put more coats on it, because all that's going to do is take it a lot longer to dry, and it's going to keep expelling all that oil because it doesn't need it. Hemp oil only needs to be done in 1 coat, and you don't have to do any more coats after that. The only time you would use hemp oil again is if you're hard on your surface, and the hemp oil, if you see an area that is kind of dry, and I mean I'm talking a year or so down the road. If you have an area that just needs to be touched up, then you can put more hemp oil on it. But hemp oil is water resistant after 21 days, and then you're good to go. It's not like wax. You don't have to update it. Your hemp oil should last you several years. Hopefully I answered that question for you. What am I doing tomorrow night? Tomorrow night? Okay, I'll go over that again in just a second. Excited about tomorrow? Woohoo! I know Cynthia thought today was already Friday. Okay, Holly, I am live on Dixie Belle's page at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, where I'm going to be starting a little server, fold-out server, and I'm going to be doing kind of a jagged, layered look. And then at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time here on my page, I'm breathing this stuff like, at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time on my page, I'm going to finish that buffet, and then I'm going to probably work on the hardware, and I'm going to show you all the new gel stains from Dixie Belle. Super excited. I'm so excited. You guys know I use gel stains all the time, and you haven't been able to get them. They've been sold out, and then since they were repackaging them, no one could buy them until this new repackaging came out, and then all the new colors came out. So I haven't been able to buy new hemp oil for a long time. I'm excited about the stains too. The lime wash, I can't wait to see what that looks like. This one right here is either getting the lime wash top or it's gonna get the gray top, and I'm gonna do that at 10 o'clock on this. This is a piece that I did last Friday. It's done, and so we're gonna do that at 10:30. We're gonna use the new gel stains on the top of this. What color is this buffet? I did, this is a custom color. It's 50% Manatee Gray, 50% Dixie Belle Blue. I did a whitewash glaze over it, and then I used grunge gray wax to dirty it up. So that's what this piece is. Yeah, the retailers got it before us ambassadors this time. Usually they give it to the ambassadors first, and then we're able to supply them with pictures so they can use for the promotions. But they didn't send it to us first this time. They sent it out to the retailers first. If you used oil on raw wood, then later decide to paint the piece, do you need to boss it? Let it cure. And so if you hemp oiled an entire piece and it's completely cured after 21 days, then you're good to paint. You can just paint right over it. But I would hesitate if you're using white. If you're painting white, even if you're buying a new piece and it's raw wood and it has the orangey tones and stuff to it, and it doesn't look like it has a clear coat on it, I usually will lean towards the side of caution and boss it anyway with the boss and clear, just to prevent. And you don't know what someone else put on your piece, and if you know there's something oil-based on there, you just take that risk when you are painting white. You take a risk that some bleed-throughs can happen. But if bleed-throughs do happen, I have the video on YouTube on Dixie Belle's page right now where it shows you how you can correct a bleed-through. If you happen to have an area that, like the oil from your piece comes up or your tannins come up, you can correct it with the boss. But yes, you can just paint right over it after it's cured in 21 days, because then it's hardened, all the water's out of it, it's cured. You can paint right over it. But I just say if you're going to be using white, lean towards caution and use the boss. What color? Oh, I think I already answered that. The buffet is 50% Dixie Belle Blue and 50% Manatee Gray mixed together with the whitewash glaze. Okay, great. Thank you, Cynthia. What are they for? Monique, I think you're talking about the gel stains, maybe? The gel stains are for, I use them on the tops of my pieces. I love gel. The difference between gel stain and regular stain or voodoo gel stain, the difference is the no pain gel stain from Dixie Belle, it's more of a pudding consistency and it sets on top of your surface. So your stain is on top of your wood. Now, water-based stain from Dixie Belle called Voodoo, that one soaks into your wood. So there's a difference. So the no pain gel stain, I like to use if I'm not going to be sanding a piece completely down and there's some finish left on it, I can just put the gel stain over it because the gel stain sits on top. Voodoo gel stain, remember the word voodoo. Voodoo, and I wish they wouldn't put the word gel stain in there, but the Voodoo stain is water-based. It soaks into your wood. The no pain gel stain sets on top of your wood. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, my pads, Mimi, they finally started carrying them. I bugged them long enough. I love the pads too. And the difference between the pads, if you zoom in and look at those pads, I don't have anything right here in front of me. Yeah, I do. I have a dirty one. I mean, I use these things all the time. So the difference between the pads, if you go to Lowe's, I hate the pads at Lowe's. The ones at Lowe's, each one of the little fibers at Lowe's, I know this is dirty, I've been using it a lot, has loops. And so those little loops, when you're dragging your gel stain or your product across something, those loops catch the product and leave lines. Now, the one that Dixie Belle's carrying, and this is the HDX from Home Depot, they're the same. They are nubs. I don't know if you can see that. They're nubs. They're not loops. So they do not leave drag marks. Cousin Susie got it in. Looking forward to me too, Peggy. Okay. Oh my God, I didn't do my hair today. I just pulled it back. I don't have a hat on because I took my son to the movies. I go to a lot of movies. My son and I, that's him and I, that's our thing we get to do. 1 or 2 days a week, him and I just take off and just go to the movies for the day. And today we spent the day at the movies and I don't have my hat on. You never see me without a hat on. I can't wait for tomorrow night either, Julie. Hey, Dar. Okay. Jeanette. Excited about the gray gel stain, I think, is the one I'm most excited about, but the black is going to be interesting. I'm really curious about the black. So I will show you tomorrow night at 10:30. I'm going to show you all the gel stains. Okay. Can't count how many times the bleed throughs have happened to you. Make sure you got the clear Boss and go over your bleed throughs twice, 2 layers of the Boss, and then go back and paint again, and you're good to go. Hey, Sarah. Okay, I think I'm getting most of the questions. Do you use the pad to remove the excess? Okay. Yes, when I'm doing, Holly, when I'm doing either the gel stain, I apply my gel stains with this, but with the hemp oil, I use this as well. I apply my hemp oil with a paintbrush, a chip brush, and you know, even if you just get a little bit of oil on your surface, you can spread it out with your HDX pads, because I found white t-shirts still leave lint if I'm hemp oiling a black piece. T-shirts still leave lint. So I will use either a black t-shirt or my HDX staining pad to spread the hemp oil or rub it in and wipe it back. I use these, and then just know that the oil's in there, because if you try to go back and wipe it back later on that day, there's still oil on here. You know, it's gonna, you know, re-moisten your piece with oil. It's not a bad thing at all, but just heads up, it just takes a little bit longer to dry if you keep using the same pad, because that oil just keeps redistributing onto your piece. Okay. That's your daughter's thing too. Yeah, movies. I mean, he's big. He has an app. My son has this app. Off topic for movies. My son has this app, and the app is called Run P. I think it's called either Go P or Run P. And what it is, P like as a PEE. This app, you as soon as the movie starts, you go. They see all the movies first, and they rate them and all this kind of stuff. But the minute your movie starts, you hit this button, and it actually tells you when is the best time during the movie if you have to leave to go to the restroom or the concession stand. It tells you the best time during the movie to leave. Run P. That's the name of the app. Okay, well, I just wanted to jump on here real quick. I just wanted to show you this trick. And if you're just getting here, I just showed how to easily remove felt. I got to clean it up and I got to cut it out. But how to easily remove felt from your drawers. Look at that. I just have a few more, you know, to use with my little spatula. I need a razor blade so I can, you know, cut these off because they're stuck underneath this piece of wood. But I just wanted to jump on real quick and share that idea with you guys, because I would have been spending days, and I think I would have got discouraged and just said, forget it. Sorry, forget it. And I would have donated this piece because I wouldn't have sold it with my name on it if the felt was not in mint condition. And since I accidentally tore up one piece of it, I was stuck with having to remove it all. And if I couldn't remove it all, I would have had to donate this piece because I couldn't sell it with my name on it looking like that. So I'm so excited. Like I said, I just used this goof off from Walmart, and it's from the automotive section. So if you have felt in your furniture and you want to remove it, the YouTube videos using water is a great idea. If it's a very thin felt, then it probably works. But this felt is so, okay, this felt, look at how thick it is. This felt was so thick that with water, it was tearing off in very thin sheets and leaving fuzz, and it was awful. So I was ready to give up, but I was excited, so I wanted to jump on and share this with you. I know it's not paint related, but it is furniture related. So if you need to remove felt, boom, it's gonna, this is gonna be done tonight. I'm gonna film part of it for a YouTube video, and I'm working on a YouTube video right now too. I bought gorgeous, big jewelry boxes, and I'm painting them to look like furniture. And I just did one in tea rose with sawmill gravy, and I'm filming it right now, but I'm just at the top coating stage now. You would have said screw that too. Yeah, whoops, I even said it again. Oh well, sorry about that. Okay, everybody, so hopefully I'm going to see you guys tomorrow night at, like I said, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Dixie Belle's page. I'm going to do a funky, fun, 3-layered, jagged edged, it's like ombre, but I'm not blending. It's going to be jagged edges. And I'm going to be doing that tomorrow night. And then I'll finish that piece on my page at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. And then also I'm going to show you all the new gel stains on my page at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time as well. Okay, so I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Love and hugs, and hopefully, don't forget, set your alarms, all that good stuff, and invite friends. But we'll have some fun tomorrow night and hopefully get a lot done. Okay, everybody, see you later. Would love to see that T. Rose jewelry box. I'll have the video done by the weekend. Or no, by Monday, probably. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.